Yeah, so we taught them what YPAR was, to help them sort of frame out like how we were going to collaborate with them on the project. And then through that, we did have them their contributions in developing our research constructs. So specifically, we know that we want to find out, like, do they have access to mentors? Are those mentors quality relationships? And what do we need to do better? But beyond that, sort of what concepts and questions do we need to ask young people to get at that? So they helped us to do that, sort of flesh out what those ideas were and how they were meaningful to young people. They also helped us to fine tune our focus group protocol. Based on all our initial meetings, we put together a focus group protocol and tested it with them with their permission. And they then had a feedback session where they gave us a ton of feedback about how we were asking questions or what we could do better to get at those concepts, how to simplify some of the questions that were just like overly convoluted, again, sort of self-serving rather than meeting the needs and the values of those young people. They also conducted focus groups with us. So several of them went alongside us when we did our focus groups throughout the city of Philadelphia. We're now engaging them in transcribing all of our recorded transcripts. So we taught them how to use the software that we use to transcribe the data. And now we're engaging them in data coding. So both our staff and then each of our youth advisors are coding those transcripts in the Deduce system is what we're using to do that. So we taught them how to code twice. Actually, we taught them last year, and then when it came time for coding, we taught them again to remind them. And then as we get through the coding, as we near the end of the summer, they'll also help us to do that analysis and then make meaning from the data. So we'll have sort of some data points with some numbers and some quotes attached to them, and then they'll help us synthesize those and really make sure that they're meaningful and a true representation of what those young people are telling us. And we'll also weigh in on what we are now telling other folks they should do with that information, how they can show up better for young people. We'll engage them in our convenings. We're going to bring people together around our findings. We want them to be speakers. We'll help prepare them to speak to their thoughts, their experiences, their ideas, and how what this means to them, and other conversations as well. So our communications plan is not quite yet fleshed out, but we will engage them every step of the way. And we want to bring the information to young people, right? We want them to jump on board and say, oh yes, like this is meaningful to us. This is important. You need to do it.